Hi everyone, it's Kim here with Card Creations by Kim.blogspot.com, and I'm making this video on Valentine's Day, although it's not a Valentine's card. So happy Valentine's Day to all my subscribers and the new ones coming in. Okay, I had a friend of mine invite me over for breakfast the other morning. She made the most incredible omelet and sliced up avocados, and we just had such a really good time. And you know, I realized that I really need to do that more often. I think we get caught up in our routine and we have to put the brakes on and say, I need some girl time, or I need to stop and just take a breath here. So this is what I'm doing, is I'm making a thank you card for her, and these are some new techniques that I'm trying out, so bear with me if it doesn't necessarily work, but we'll get through it. Okay, I bought this new punch. I actually got this at Joann's, and it's a Fiskars punch, but it's a I think they call it a ribbon punch. And the way it works, I'm going to show you real quick, is you buy it like this, and it comes with this and then one of these, and then you can buy extras, which I'll show you the other two that I ended up buying. They were on sale. So, and then you open these flaps up and you insert it. I got a piece of hair on my hand there, like so. And I already punched this one, but I wanted to do, I guess, a little tutorial on how I did it. So I'm going to lay my punch down like this, and I cut the cardstock here. I'm rambling here. Is a jewel box of cards. I got these at Joann's a long time ago, but the colors in here are really, really pretty. And so I pulled out one of those because I like the lavender. And they're A2 size. So I went ahead and cut this down to 4" by 5 1/4. And what I did here was I lined it up so that each side of these was fairly even. I'm going to zoom in for just a second. Okay, so that you can see that this is equivalent to this as far as what it's covering. And then it seems to, I'm going to zoom out. Oops, yeah, there we go. Whoa, get a little crazy there. I hope I'm making sense here, but in a minute you'll see what I'm talking about. So I'm going to line this up so that it covers half of, or a little bit of that flower and a little bit of that flower. And then you're going to move it over and punch it there, and then move it over. Now see, this one didn't work out this time. That's why I made that other one like I did. So let's see if we can actually fix this. Like I said, I just bought these, so I'm learning. Oh, look, I actually, that looks kind of funny. Anyway, so I thought I would show these to you. They're really, really cute, and I'm going to go ahead and thread some ribbon through it. So that's this one, and then I got this one, and I got this straight one as well. So let's set this one aside, and we'll use the one that I did off camera. Okay, bye for now. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is, I kind of did a practice stamp image on a piece of scrap paper. I'm going to stamp my flower. Now this stamp is actually from Spellbinders, and it comes with the die cut, but I'm not going to be using that. And then this is all the whole set that it comes in. It comes with this with the die cut, and this with the die cut, and this is all one set that you buy it all together. And I got these at Michael's a while ago, so I don't know if they still have them, but alright, so push those aside. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is I want to stamp this top image. And I'm just using Memento Tuxedo Black. And I'm going to put it about right there. Now what I did here is I stamped this on a piece of scrap paper, and then I cut it out. Now this technique is called masking. So I'm going to lay this down, try and find it so that it fits exactly like it's supposed to. A little bit more maybe. Great. You know, that'll be okay. It's not exactly like it should be, but for this purpose it'll be okay. Oh, I have no idea what that snapping noise was. And I'm going to put that image right here. I'm pressing down pretty hard, okay? See how it looks like it's underneath? And then I'm going to put this image, what am I doing, crazy lady? Right here. I have a strong suspicion that my dogs are going to start barking because my neighbor's gardener just showed up. And you know what's so funny? And I've been sitting here all morning just kind of tinkering, and it's been real quiet. And I thought, oh, maybe I should do a video. Well, now's the time that she's going to bark. Alright, so I'm going to mask that one off and come down and do this one right here. Okay, now I also want to put on a leaf. And this is Craft Smart. I have other greens, but I liked this green. So I can get my flower back here, and I'm going to cover it up. I'm going to turn this to the side a little bit here. And it's going to look like the leaf is underneath. And I think I'll put one right here. Keep bumping the camera. Right like this. And it's okay that it goes over that. I'm perfectly okay with that. Oh, fine. I can talk. And let's do another one maybe right around there. Trying to think what I want to do here. Okay, I'll do it on this flower here. I'll do it right here. And you can obviously put in more leaves if you want to do that. So those are the leaves. Alright, so far so good, people. I'm going to set all this aside because we're done with that. And I'm going to do a little bit of Copic marker here. And I'm using the BV02 and BV04. And start with a lighter one. And I find that the Memento black ink dries quickly when you want to immediately Copic over it. The StazOn is great ink, but it takes a while to dry. So if you're wanting to do your Copic markers right away, it'll bleed. Lavender is probably, I mean, yellow is my favorite color, but I really, really like lavender. I like the lavenders and greens together. And I'm doing similar to what's called a brush stroke. A brush stroke would be, you know, getting it up on the tip like this. But I'm not doing the typical Copic coloring is where you would circle around like this. Just kind of doing it quickly. I do like these punches. They're kind of tricky. I'm going to keep working with them and I'll get better at it. It's just very, very different for a card to put something like that on it. So that is that. And I'm going to go in with my BV04 and just do some dark here and there. Can't really notice it, but once it dries, you'll see the difference. You do have some black in the flower already. I'm going to kind of do that there. So you're not going to really notice it, but it will. You'll notice it more when it dries. I'm just kind of doing around the tips, like so. Alright, now there's one more stamp I want to put on, and this one says, if friends were flowers, I would pick you, or I'd pick you, no, I would. And I'm going to use my acrylic stamp that's got the line on it, so I can make sure that I put that on as straight as possible. Now the stamp itself is made so that it kind of goes up a bit. I don't know if you can see that, but it's not a perfectly straight stamp, which I think is kind of cute. I'm going to put that right at the top here. Oh, maybe at the bottom. I'm going to put it at the bottom because you'll see I'm going to tie a ribbon up there. And as far over in the corner as I can. Oh, look at that. She's going to like this. Such a sweet, sweet person. Okay, so here on this one, I'm going to use a double ribbon, which you don't have to do that if it's, you know, you want to try it just like that. I'm going to get my very, very teeny tiny score tape. And I'm going to put it right in the middle of this green as best that I can, because I'm going to attach a very thin strip of like a lavender colored ribbon on the top of it, and I'm going to lace it through together. Not cooperating here. There we go. I'm trying to get this in the middle as best I can. Doesn't really matter a whole lot, but there we go. Alright, set that aside. Make sure that opens up flat so it doesn't stick to my paper. Okay, here's my lavender ribbon. I'm just going to use this pencil to get my hand off there. And for this one, I have to get it exactly on the score tape, or the score tape will stick to my card as I'm lacing it. Alright, very good. Alright, let's do our lacing. I'm going to start down like this because we want the flower to show. I guess I could have used a little bit darker of a lavender lace, but we'll stick with this for now. I mean lavender ribbon. I hope I made this ribbon long enough. Didn't think to measure it. Oh, I covered up the flower. Ding dong. Put that through here. See, I told you I was a newbie at this. I just wanted to share it with you all. I thought it was a really cute stamp, and I mean punch. And I wanted to try it out to see what it was like. I'm taking way too long though. You know, sometimes when I'm watching YouTube videos, I really like the technique that people are using, but I'm thinking, oh, if I did that, and I like how they can speed up their, you know, editing and speed it up, but I don't know how to do that yet. So if anybody has a recommendation on a video editing software. Oops, twisted that a little. See, I would be speeding this up at this moment. And we are almost done. Yeah, I was gonna, you know, die cut the flowers, and I thought, no, I'm gonna go directly on it. Alright, so you have this little tail here that you want to get rid of. And the way I do it is I just cut a very small strip of score tape that sticks to your pad. Hardy har har. And you're going to put it right across here. Oh, by the way, do you like my little nails? Cute! Look at that. It's a little, like a Valentine theme heart. Had to do it. What can I say? I'm a little girl in a woman's body. I'll never grow up. I don't want to grow up. Okay. Now, right here, I've already put the score tape on here, which I'm kind of bummed about that because I want to tie it into a bow. So let's see what happens if I take it apart. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do it another way. Change of plan. So I'm going to go ahead and put a piece of score tape here as well. cut this down, peel it off. There we go. I'm going to make it so, I'm bending it so that it finishes off the edge of the card there. I'm going to actually make a bow myself. This is Ofray ribbon, and then I got Ofray ribbon here too, so I'm going to do it this way. And I want a little bit dangling down, so I'm going to make it kind of big. Bring that like that, and I'm doubling it up so it looks similar to the ribbon design. Not that big. Okay, good. No, don't bark. And I'm going to place that right there. But I do need to cut this down because it's not going to fit inside the envelope if I don't. Yeah, I definitely do not like that lighter lavender. So I'm going to change that off screen. I do have a different color. It needs to be darker. But I just wanted to share a couple things with you. And then I'm just going to, actually this needs to be down a little further because it needs to fit in the envelope. Alright, so I'm not going to tape this on because I'm going to change the ribbon once I'm done. But that's pretty much how it goes. You know, you're using your masking technique and this adorable Fiskars ribbon punch and some Copic markers, and I think that's all the techniques. So anyway, thanks for hanging in there with me, and if you have any questions or comments, be happy to hear from you. Have a great day. Bye.